welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be getting ready with you guys today. This is actually going to be a talk through video. Hallelujah, that's a miracle, because I know I don't do too many of these, but you guys already know I have a baby, so it's kind of hard for me to do these because when I put him to sleep is when I film, and sometimes I'm like scared of waking him up if he hears me. But fingers crossed, I put him to sleep 10 minutes I put him to sleep 10 minutes ago, and I'm hoping that he doesn't wake up, that he doesn't hear me. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting ready with you guys. Let me put this hair back because I just can't do my hair when it's down. I've tried to do, I can't do my makeup with my hair down. I tried to, but I don't know, it's just, it's like annoying. It gets all over the place. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna start with my eyes like always, and I'm actually going to do my brows first. I am going to be using the Anastasia DipBrow pomade. It's a little dried up right now, and you guys know that I like to put a drop of oil in it. So now that I have the little oil in there, I'm just going to grab some of that DipBrow pomade, and I'm going to start doing my brow. So I always like to start out at the tip of my brow and then just work my way in. I like to just do the outline to the top of my brows, and then just keep filling in the rest. Are you guys fine with me having you that far? Maybe I should bring you in. Okay, let me bring you guys in a little bit more. Now I'm just going to brush my brow. I am going to go and prime my lid. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Anti-Crease eyeshadow primer. Okay, so I'm just basically going to put a little bit on my lids. I feel like I put more on that side, so let me share some. I just purchased the Balm and the Semi-Sweet palette like 3 or 2 weeks ago, and guys, I cannot stop using it. You know when you guys get something new that you just want to use it all the time? That's how I've been with these two palettes, but they are amazing palettes, so I've had fun trying them out. Like every time I do my makeup, I'm like, chocolate bonbons or chocolate semi-sweet. I've just been obsessed with using those two. Okay, so I'm gonna start out by applying my transition shade. Sorry, I was just cleaning my brush. I'm telling you, I'm having to clean every single brush. Maybe when I'm done filming this video, I should actually go ahead and clean my brushes because they're like way too dirty. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this color right over here that is called Almond Truffle, this one right over here. So I'm basically just going to be applying this on my crease area, bringing it up a little bit, and I'm just going to go back and forth and then in circular motions. I'm just really going to try to blend this color out. And also guys, this palette is so pigmented, like it is so easy to blend out these colors. You get so much pigmentation and they're so smooth and silky. It's very easy to blend these colors out. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and use this color right over here that is called Totally Fetch. This really pretty pink eyeshadow. I normally don't use pink eyeshadow, so this is like really out of my comfort zone. I'm going to be using the Morphe M151 brush, so I'm just going to grab some of that eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply it on the outer and inner corner of my eye. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Morphe M54 brush. It doesn't have any product on it or anything like that. I'm basically just going to use this brush to connect the outer and the inner corner lightly. I don't want it to be too pigmented on my crease area with this color. I'm just lightly going to try to connect them just a little bit. Okay, and now I'm actually going to go into this color that is black, this color that is called Black Currant, this one right over here. It's a really pretty purpley shade, and it does have a little bit of sparkle in it. Nothing too out of control, but it definitely has a little bit of sparkle. So I don't want my eyes to be so pink, so I'm actually going to go in and apply some of that purple on top of that pink. I'm gonna go back into the very first eyeshadow that I used, the Almond Truffle, this one right over here, and I'm just going to reapply some of that eyeshadow on my crease area just to really blend that out and to Make sure that there's no harsh lines or anything like that. I just want everything to look well blended. Okay, so I have a very obvious like empty spot on the center of my lids. So I'm gonna go and apply this eyeshadow right over here that is called Cotton Candy. It's a very light, pretty, like baby pink eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go and I'm going to apply that eyeshadow on my lids. With my finger, I'm going to grab some of this eyeshadow right over here that is called Satin Sheets. And I'm just going to apply that color on the center of my lids right over the baby pink eyeshadow that we just used. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this eyeshadow right over here. I'm now going to go ahead and line my lids just a little bit. I'm not going to do a wing liner, and I'm actually using a brown cream liner instead of a black. I used the black in my last video, so I kind of want to switch it up, and I feel like a brown will look good with this. Alright, I have to apply my falsies off camera. I just cannot do it on camera because I have to get super close to the mirror to be able to see what I'm doing. And look, if I get really close to the mirror, you guys can't see me. So I gotta work on that. I have to figure out a way on how to be able to apply my falsies on camera. But I'm just grabbing some more of that black currant purpley eyeshadow, and I'm just going to apply some on the outer corner and the inner corner just to intensify it a little bit more. I just want to go and grab some more of that brown cream liner that I used, and I'm just basically going to touch up that line again because after applying my falsies, the lash glue kind of messed it up a little bit. So I'm just very softly going to go over that line, and I say softly because I don't want to mess with those lashes too much. I don't want to mess them up. For mascara, I'm gonna go ahead and use the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara, and I'm basically just going to use this just to combine my real lashes with the falsies. So I am somewhat done with my eyes, so I'm gonna get started on my face, and then I'm gonna go back to like the bottom lash line and stuff like that. But I'm gonna start out by using the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. You guys have probably heard of this from Nikki Tutorials, and I have used it a couple of times in my videos already, and I told you guys that I love it. I feel like it really works, and if you try it out, like, you'll understand why it works. As you're like massaging it into your face, you start feeling it get very tacky, so it just makes sense that your makeup is just really going to stick to your face because of this product. Now that I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and use an illuminating primer. This one is from NYX. It's like very bright. It's their NYX Born to Glow Illuminating Primer. I am still not sure how I feel about this product. I mentioned this product when I showed it to you guys in my haul that I did last week, I think. And I told you guys how I still wasn't sure how I feel about it, and I'm still in the same place. I am not sure how I feel about it. I just don't really feel like it illuminates my face. I don't really feel like it does anything to make my face look illuminated or look glowy, and that's what I'm trying to look for. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply my foundation, and I'm so excited. I am using the Marc Jacobs foundation. This is also another product that I showed you guys in the haul that I uploaded, I think last week, and I've used it a couple of times already, and I'm obsessed with it. It's really good. So it's a very pigmented, very full coverage foundation. So I just put 5 dots on my face. For concealer, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NC25, and I'm going to put a little bit of the Maybelline Dream Lumi Concealer. Okay, so I want to go ahead and set it right away so that I don't crease or anything like that. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. High Definition Powder, and I'm just going to go ahead and use this little brush right over here, the Real Techniques Setting Brush. And then I'm also going to go ahead and set everywhere else where I applied concealer. I'm gonna go back into the eyes now to finish it because I haven't done the lower lash line. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the purpley shade, the Black Currant eyeshadow, this one right over here. And I'm going to use the Morphe M151 brush. So I'm just going to grab some of that and I'm going to apply some down there. So right now I'm just using one of the Rimmel eyeliner pencils in, what is this one called? Bad Girl Bronze. So I'm just using this on my waterline. It's a really pretty like bronzy shade. Alright guys, so let's go back to the face. I'm actually going to do something that I feel like I've never done. And I'm going to be using, my hands are so dirty. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. This one is really dark for me. It's in the color C6. And I'm actually going to see if I can use this to do like a cream contour. Like I said, I've never done this, so hopefully I don't mess up this whole look. It's just really, really easy to blend out. And I feel like I really like the color. I don't know why I haven't tried this sooner. This looks nice. I like the way this is looking. This is looking real good, guys. Okay, so I do have to go ahead and set it in place to make sure that it doesn't start cracking and creasing and like smudging all over the place. So I kind of didn't want to use the Loreal Pro Contour Palette because I use that in every single video and you guys know this. So I kind of wanted to take a little break from it. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This one is in the color Sun Bronze and I got a lot of love for this bronzer. Like you guys can tell because it has a huge little dent on it already. So I'm using the Morphe M104 brush and I'm just going to apply that everywhere that I applied that dark foundation. So this is just really going to help set that. Oh my god, I have not used this in forever and I am loving it right now. I haven't used this color in forever and I freaking love it. Okay, so I do want to make that line a little bit more cut. Do you know what I mean? So I am going to go ahead and do a little bit of baking and I'm using the Airspun Loose Face Powder. This one is in Translucent Extra Coverage. So I'm going to be using the little sponge right over here. So I basically just dip it in there on the flat side of the sponge. I just dip it in there and then I just use that to cut the contour line. So while I let that set, I actually just noticed that I didn't apply mascara to my bottom lashes. You guys know how I feel about that. I always need to apply mascara to my bottom lashes. I would have been really, really sad if I did this whole video and then realized that I didn't apply my mascara. I'm telling you guys, I would have been really sad. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and dust off that powder that I had baking on my face. I'm going to go ahead and use the Milani Baked Blush in the color Luminoso. I love this blush. It's so pretty for those days that you don't want to go in with like a blush that's like very out there. So this one is just really pretty for this look because I feel like my eyes already have enough color. So I want to keep my cheeks a little more on the simple side. So I always like to apply like on the apples of my cheeks and then I just work it all the way to the back. So for highlight, I'm actually going to go ahead and use this eyeshadow right over here. It's the one that I applied on my lids and I'm just going to be using the Morphe M510 brush. It's the one that I always use for highlight and look at this guys, it gets in there so perfect, like it was meant for that. but I've done this already. That eyeshadow is really pretty for highlight. This eyeshadow is so pretty to use as a highlight, so you don't always have to go in and use makeup products for like what they're like intended for. So eyeshadows, you don't have to use them only for eyeshadows. Like right now I'm using it as a highlight, and I'm telling you guys, it is such a pretty color. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips now, and I'm going to be using two Colourpop liquid lipsticks. I'm going to use one that is called Solow, and then the other one is called Times Square. I hope that's what it's called. It kind of rubbed off a little bit, but I think that's what it says. Okay, so right over that liquid lipstick, I'm going to go ahead and apply a MAC lip gloss, and this one is in the color Over Indulgence. So I think that is everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the makeup tutorial that I did for you guys. If you do end up recreating this look, definitely tag me on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye.